Good morning everybody, Alan Denman here, barging free, and it is Monday, and what a beautiful day it is. I'm in Fawley Meadows, just outside Henley, and we are off to meet the dancing trees. So it's a little bit of a walk, but I'm going to keep going and talking. These are rather magnificent grounds, and they were designed in the 18th century by an architect or designer with the fabulous name of Capability Brown. I know very little about him, but what a name. I mean, I don't know whether his parents called him Capability, but that's a sort of reassuring name, isn't it, if you're going to employ somebody like that. But anyway, we're going up the track and we're going to meet the dancing trees. And it was rather a marvellously landscaped area here in the 18th century, which you will see with an avenue of trees leading one direction towards Henley, and then another avenue of trees leading to the river, which afforded the lord of the manor marvellous vistas in two directions. And you can see here, just have a little swing, this is now a set of rugby pitches, and there were young lads playing rugby there yesterday. And this little stretch here, I just ought to say something about this. I've never seen black rabbits before, but I walked up here some weeks ago and there were some black rabbits outside. They didn't hang around too long when they heard me coming. Okay, so we're walking up to the dancing trees, and you can see that where the rain has washed out potholes in the track, they've been laying new gravel, trying to level it out. We had enormous rain last week, and it was absolutely torrential. And it rained and rained and rained. It's not like sort of normal where it would rain for an hour. This just went on, and high winds, so the river looked like something on the North Sea. Big waves, and you don't see that very often. So here's one utterly magnificent tree here. I think it's a London plane, and that has grown to an enormous size. And I'm particularly interested in trees, so I'm just going to say something about trees. And research shows that trees do communicate with each other and support each other. So I've heard accounts of trees sending nutrients to other trees that they might be lacking. So this idea that trees are living beings is very ancient. You look at the 7 sacred trees of the Druids, and then you look at, read about in the Golden Bough, accounts of trees being seen as beings in their own right, and people being punished if they damaged a tree. So trees have been of particular interest to me since I was a boy. I think one of the very first stories I wrote was about a tree that moved in the night. My current novel that I'm writing has a vampire tree in it, although it's not strictly a tree. But nevertheless, trees fascinate me. And we are approaching the dancing trees. First of all, before we get there, just have a look at this avenue, and you can see the avenue of trees, pairs of trees on either side, stretching all the way there. And if we could see the mansion, I don't know if we can peep through that hole, but straight through there, if you follow a line, you might just see the mansion itself. I don't think we're going to. No, it's blocked off by trees. But here we are, we've come to the dancing trees, and I call them this because the way they're laid out, they're not the same as the avenue of trees. This seems to be quite a kind of unique gathering of trees, and 5 of them forming a circle, and they point in different directions. I know there are perhaps physical explanations for that, trees finding their own space, their own quantity of light, and so forth. But what fascinates me here is, I'm just going to turn around, and how each tree is different. And if you really go up close, you'll see the bark is different on each one, different patterns, different textures. And I like the idea that there are parent trees, and you'll often see a large tree with a smaller one. So I think of the large tree as the mother tree. And I brought other people here and I've said, what do you think would be the mother tree? And so let's go and meet the mother tree. This is what everybody has said so far. They said this tree here probably is the mother tree. The arms of the mother here above me, stretching out, protective. It is a very sort of feminine trunk it has, a swollen and shapely, and the roots going down into the ground. So, the mother tree of the dancing trees here. Let's move around and have a look at this one. Here's a different kind of bark, quite grooved and rough, very rough. It's tough. And we'll come down to this one here, and for some reason this one's got little offshoots at the bottom. You note most of its branches are leading away. And this tree here is much shyer. This one is leaning away. It's actually almost like it's not sure if it wants to be part of this circle of trees, but I think it does really. And here we go, here's the last tree. The American Indians, before they went hunting or into battle, would stand barebacked against a tree, believing that the strength of the tree would enter their body and help them win a battle or make a successful kill. So that's it really, the dancing trees. It's Monday morning. I'm back to the boat now, do some writing and some boat stuff as well on this beautiful, beautiful day.